Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mario Pedro Gould. You are now tuned into the Alpha Success Television Network. I would like to begin today's installation with a declaration, and the declaration goes something like this. Ladies and gentlemen, your inner world is filled with riches. Okay? I'm going to say that one more time. Your inner world, ladies and gentlemen, is abundant in riches. This is a very important statement that I want you to take and make it as an affirmation for yourself and run with it throughout your life. Ladies and gentlemen, one more time, repeat with me. My inner world is filled with riches. If you develop this mindset, ladies and gentlemen, if you develop this mindset, you will be planting the seeds of greatness in you that will enable you to go out into the world and make a significant difference for yourself, a significant difference for your family, and a significant difference for the world at large, because you have reached the ultimate truth that the kingdom of heaven lies within. So I'm right here in Toronto. I'm here for, I've been here for the past 4 days. I'm here for a self-development seminar training, and I'm staying at a very beautiful hotel, the Shangri-La Hotel. And yesterday, after we finished, doing our training session at about 5 p.m., I live in Vancouver, but I'm in Toronto. So back in the day, I'd always be excited to go around, the city and see what the city has to offer. But I had a very interesting calling that happened to me yesterday, and it actually led to the creation of this video. I decided to stay in my hotel. I decided to go down to the spa. They have a beautiful swimming pool. They have a beautiful steam room, a beautiful sauna with beautiful cabanas, and the gym. And, this is probably about 7 o'clock in the evening. And it's very interesting that I decided to spend time with the most important person in my world, and that is myself, okay, my inner self. And I spent the evening just relaxing, going through the steam, going through the swimming pool, and just sitting down in my robe and thinking about my desires, thinking about my goals, thinking about my values, thinking about, what I would like to manifest in this world internally and externally. The reason I shared this with you, ladies and gentlemen, before we get very deep into this conversation about your inner world is rich, the reason I shared this with you is because one of the most important things that I learned, in the seminar, Mr. Darren Hardy, the editor of Success Magazine, was speaking, and he was speaking on the major dream stealer in everybody's life in the Western society predominantly is this thing known as distraction. We are always looking to be distracted. And that's why we spend a lot of time always checking our phones. We spend a lot of time always going on Facebook to see if our comments have been liked. We spend a lot of time always looking outside to gain fulfillment instead of looking within to gain fulfillment. And this idea, that he was bringing up rang very deeply with me because I've observed in my life that the greatest progress that I have made in every arena of my life, with its health, whether it's in how I'm approaching my business, how I'm approaching my goals, how I'm approaching my objectives, how I'm approaching my spiritual life. Every progress that I have made, ladies and gentlemen, occurred because I took a significant amount of time to go into my inner world of thought and discover what is most important to me. So when you spoke about this concept of distraction, I realized, and maybe people might say that I'm an introvert. Actually, yes, I am an introvert. I gain more energy when I spend time by myself as opposed to always being in the scene, always being, celebrating in social circles. Now, as I'm making this video, I know that there's some people that are naturally extroverted, naturally like to spend a lot of time with a lot of people outside in the world. But I'd like to make an invitation to you. And at the end of this conversation, it will make some sense. I'd like to make an invitation to you to spend a little bit more time with yourself as opposed to always deriving your energy and excitement from without. The logic for it will become very clear as I progress. So as I went through my whole evening, at my beautiful hotel, relaxing, something very interesting happens to me when I'm in that state of relaxation. I seem to tap into another world. I seem to tap deeper into my consciousness, and I'm not consciously trying to think about everything, think about my business, think about my emotions, think about overcoming the challenges in my life. But what happens is I just get to a deep state of relaxation that sends me into a deeper world whereby I discover my soul, my true essence, like who I really am. And I was thinking that, I want to create a message for you guys today on YouTube, and I want to create a message that, makes a difference in terms of, looking at my own life and thinking about what has made a more significant difference in my life. So I got up this morning and, in the past couple of hours, I've been actually, I was doing some stretching. I was doing my stretching and I was doing my meditation. And then I was eventually doing my prayer session and reading the Bible before I decided to come here and make a speech for you. But something very interesting happened in my meditation session. My meditation session, you're trying to get your thoughts. You're trying to get your thoughts out of the way so you can get to a state of calm and access your soul. But in my meditation, I felt like even with all the thoughts that was going on in my head, ladies and gentlemen, I felt like there is so much richness inside of me. There's so much wealth. And once you get to that place, it's you're not too excited about getting fulfillment from the outside. You're not too excited about seeking affirmation and acceptance from outside, which is a predominant problem in our society. You're not too excited about getting rich to keep up with the Jonases, to please somebody else. Okay, these are very important things. I'm not talking about encouraging poverty here. I'm very success minded. I have a huge success consciousness. I'm just saying that you're going to do things in the external world from a different place. So it's interesting, when I was in my meditation, I got that message that, your inner world is rich. And once I got that message, I was like, you know what, that's what I'm going to talk to you guys about. Because when I'm coming here speaking to you today, I have spent, the past few hours and yesterday evening in my inner world, and I've discovered my inner world is rich. And from that place of discovering that my inner world is rich, then I bring you a message which I hope, which I desire will add more value and help you look at things from a slightly different perspective. So now, as I sit here making a video, I'm making a video from the true essence of me, from my soul, and it's coming out to you because I spent time away from distraction. I spent more time in my inner world discovering, what's Mario all about? What does Mario desire? What does Mario want to be when he grows up? How does he want to make a difference? How can he grow spiritually? How can he grow emotionally? How can he grow mentally? How can he grow financially? It's rich. It's rich. There's so much within you. So I wanted to really make this video today and share with you something that has had a profound impact in my life, and I believe is the number one reason why I'm going to go to the stars, past the stars and into the heavens, is because I have discovered that my inner world is rich. And with that discovery, ladies and gentlemen, with that discovery, everything that I do is so authentic because it comes from the urging of my soul driving my mind, which is driving my body. So my invitation to you is, you may be very busy, in the workforce. You may be very busy as a parent. You may be very busy with 1,001 activities in your life. But regardless of that, I want you to know that you are the most important person in the world, and therefore you should spend some time in your inner world, away from distractions, discovering what this space, this thing that you have with you is all about. And when you discover that, you will go out into the world and you will make a difference for yourself and everybody that's around you. I'm wishing you a magnificent day, ladies and gentlemen. Until next time. Adios!